Alrighty. So that being said, folks, let's talk a little bit. Got a new positive update for you guys here. If you're not aware, if you weren't paying attention to my social media last night, I've obtained a sponsor. And unlike the last sponsor, this sponsor actually went through with their promises. There you go. So, ladies and gentlemen, what you're seeing here on the pre-stream is my new sponsor called Spawn Seats. All right? What they're doing is they're selling a gaming chair, which is a pretty cool gaming chair. And I have one. In fact, I've been waiting for it to arrive. It arrived yesterday. I built the thing myself. And it is now here in my office. I've sat on it for probably a total combined time of 15 minutes. So, I know a lot of people have been saying to me, Phil, how's the chair feel? You know, how is it? I can't really answer that yet. What I can tell you is this. It feels better than my old chair, but my old chair was, you know, a cheap piece of garbage that I bought for like $40 when it was super duper sale at Staples one day. It had no support or anything. This chair has lumbar support, it has neck support, it's got adjustable armrests, it's got a lot of things my old chair didn't have, okay? And I like the look of it. As you can see, I got the red color. This is a picture of actually in my office right now. All right. So, yes, folks, pretty cool chair. I like it so far. Obviously, I'll have more information on this chair, as I use it more. And in particular, I'm probably going to end up doing a video about it, I'm thinking, after I use it for a while. So I can at least give you, an actual kind of review-style feedback on the chair and be honest with you guys, because I don't want to just do a video now and say, here it is, with no information, because I haven't used it yet. Okay? Now, let's talk. They're called Spawn Seats. You can check out all their stuff at spawnseats.com. Although, if you just want a quick link, if you look directly below my stream, I've added their information into the panel of, all the stuff under my stream here on Twitch. You know how you got the rules and the links to all my websites and the YouTube channels. Just click right on the picture. It'll take you right to their website. All right. So, folks, please check it out, all right? Now, here's how it works. Give it a look if you want to get a chair from them. First of all, I can tell you one of the competitive things about them is their pricing. Their pricing is way lower than a lot of other gaming chair companies. In particular, there was a certain company that I dealt with recently who their chair is incredibly similar to this one. In fact, it has all the same features. No lie, it's pretty much an equivalent chair. And their chairs are way more expensive. This chair has, yes, it does have the reclining feature that many other gaming chairs now has. It fully reclines all the way back, all right? So just so you guys know, that is, it does have that. It has that already built in, just like many, many other chairs that are direct competitors to this one, okay? You can get it in a variety of colors. I think it has white, green, blue, red. I think there's a yellow. And I think there's a green as well. Don't quote me on that. I didn't memorize the colors. But when I was looking at the colors, for me, it was between blue and red. And I said, you know what? I just got blue headphones. Let's go with red. So there you go. Oh my God, dude. All right. Save that house. Could you please fucking relax? Seriously, dude. You have completely bought into the drama of idiots. And you're spamming the stream chat, and I'm not going to put up with it, dude. I'm just not. I'm not going to put up with what you're saying because you're basically slandering a new company that's my sponsor, and it's not cool. Fucking stop. My God. Allow me to explain, folks, how business actually works, ladies and gentlemen. Are you ready? The people who actually promote and sell products are not the actual people who manufacture them, all right? Let me repeat myself. The people who promote and sell products don't actually manufacture the products. They don't. That's the God's honest truth. They don't. They all go through third parties, all right? In fact, folks, you may not realize this. A lot of the major gaming accessories, like the chairs and shit that are out there right now, guess what? They're all made by the same companies in China. No lie. Now, actually, in particular, I have no idea, where these Spawn Seats chairs come from. All right? I have no idea. But They all are made by the same companies. And what it is different branding, different marketing and stuff to sell those, all right? So, in particular, no, I didn't build my chair. No, I'm pretty sure that the guys from Spawn Seats who contacted me and said, Phil, would you like a sponsorship and promote our chairs? Didn't manufacture the chairs themselves either. So already, there's idiots on the internet trying to say negative shit, all right, about my new sponsor because they're trying to talk shit to make drama. And I'm not going to put up with it. I'm just not. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're a sub. I don't care if you're a fan. I'm not going to put up with this shit. All right? I'm not. Because I've actually got a lot of positive stuff to say today about this company, which I'm going to explain in just a moment. All right? So, that being said, folks, and now Save That House is banned because now he's promoting a competitor's chair in the stream chat. Goodbye. Sorry that you completely lost your mind and you're acting like an asshole. Goodbye. I don't know what else to say. If you're stupid, you're stupid. All right. So let's try this all over again, folks. All right. This chair is sold through SpawnSeats.com. Okay, they are my sponsor. If you click on the link that is currently in the description of my channel here on Twitch, if you want to go take a look at it, all right, and you click on it, it'll take you right to the page where you can check out all their chairs. And if you are buying a chair from them, if you use the discount code DSP10 at checkout, you will save $10. Now, as I was saying, let's get back to what I was saying positively about the chair. It's very similar to a lot of its competitors. It's got the recline all the way back. It's got adjustable armrests. It's got the lumbar and the neck pillows for extra support. That pretty much, all the gaming chairs have in this day and age. They're all kind of very similar. All right. The thing that, in my opinion, is good about these chairs is that they are competitive pricing. As I said, this chair seems to be much, cheaper than a lot of the other gaming chairs I've seen on the market. Yet, it's the same kind of components. It's the same kind of leather feel, the same kind of cool color schemes. Like I said, the same kind of support pillows and reclining, the same to all the other ones. All right. So, pretty cool. Give it a look. If you're in the market for a gaming chair, you might want to give it a look and consider it. Now, you may be saying to yourself, well, how did this come about? Because just a couple weeks ago, there was all this drama with another sponsor, and they basically lied to you and fell through. So why on earth are you going with another sponsor, and what's going on with this situation? All right. Well, here's the situation. After the big drama and bullshit that happened between me and OPC weeks ago, where they, oh, Phil, we've sought you out, and we want to sponsor you. We're going to send you a seat. Here's all the stuff you need to do to promote it. Go ahead, do it. So I do it, and then they basically lied and said, oh, we changed our minds because we're idiots who go to the lolcow website and think that this is some kind of a website that has any kind of merit because we are brain dead idiots. And we decided to now renege on your sponsorship, which you already did your part on. So basically, they fucked me. They completely screwed me over. They promised me one thing, and then they bait and switched me and never sent me the chair and canceled the sponsorship. And I'm going to be quite honest with you guys, all right? My honest opinion on that company, why would you ever want to buy a chair from a company that literally lies to people that they're saying they're going to sponsor after those people have already done their half of the bargain and then reneges? Well, then who's to say that when you buy the chair that it's going to be any fucking good, right? Buy the chair, there's a problem. Oh, well, tough shit. Oh, that's nice. That's a great company, right? Well, they screwed me, so fuck them, right? So that was my opinion, is basically, hey, they sought me out, they screwed me, I'm not going to bother with this shit anymore, whatever, I'm done with them. Well, this new company, Spawn Seats, contacted me and said, hey, we're a relatively new company, we're trying to get the name out about these gaming chairs, and, we heard what happened to you, and in reality, one of the owners of this company actually is a fan of mine, or a viewer at least, and knows of me, and says, I've been watching your stuff for years, and I actually heard that this situation was going on, and I feel real bad because it's bullshit. I saw you do the promotion for them, and the fact that they reneged after the fact is completely ridiculous and unprofessional, and what I'd like to do is offer you a sponsorship with my new company. And I said, okay, but understand, I'm going to be pretty apprehensive about this, considering what just happened with these other guys. So what are we going to do? And he says, well, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to make sure you don't get screwed. I'm going to send you the chair. You make the chair, you use it yourself, and then after all that, if you like it or whatever, then go forward with the sponsorship, and we'll have an affiliate link and everything, discount code and everything generated. So basically, this guy was completely 100% upfront with me and said, let's go ahead and, be honest with with Phil and send him the chair and do everything up front that should be done first, so we go through with our promises before he ever talks about the sponsorship. All right? So that's what I did. And it seems that, these guys are legit. Everything's good. They sent me the chair. They got to me very quickly. Like, the whole thing, within the course of a week, the whole thing was boom, boom, boom. And so I built the chair last night, and here it is, right? Here we are. So these guys, pretty good. At least the interaction I've had with them so far, very positive. They came through on their promises. They didn't promise me one thing and then lie to get free promotion and then bait and switch me because they go to a lolcow website because they're a bunch of idiots. In addition, because a lot of people are asking this, they're like, well, I'm wondering, Phil, did you tell them all about the fact that, this is a situation where you've already had a sponsorship and all? They already knew all about that. Okay? They already knew all about this. All right? And they did research and they said, listen, yeah, it's stupid. You've got all these negative videos about you on YouTube, but we really don't care. At this point, we're a brand new company and we're just trying to get the word out. Any news is good news. Any publicity is good publicity, right? So at this point, just getting their name out that they exist is good enough for them. So there you go. I'll be promoting them, on my pre-streams. Again, if you check out their website, go to, all their information. You just one click away below my stream right now. Just click on it. Brings you right to their site. You can check out all their chairs. If you do decide to buy one, use the discount code DSP10 at checkout to save some money. Or if you're watching this on demand on YouTube or whatever, if you just go to spawnseats.com/DSP, all right, that's my special link where if you buy a chair through them, I'll get credit for it. All right, it's part of their affiliates program. So, so give it a look, especially if you're in the market for a gaming chair. Seems pretty good so far. I built it, and like I said, I've only sat in it for about 15 minutes. I can't tell you, oh, it's amazing. But once I use it more than likely I'll be doing a promotional video for it in the future to let you know what I think about it and, go from there. But this is all cool, and I'm very happy, very, very happy that a company that knew who I was, saw the situation with the previous unprofessional sponsor, wanted to step up and do the right thing and do something nice for me, obviously, giving me a new chair. And now I have a partnership through them, so it's pretty cool, all right? Now, FYI, folks, they're expecting this too. I'm absolutely sure there's going to be a bajillion negative, stupid, dramatic bullshit things said about this company coming up. I ask you to ignore it all. I'm sure it will all be unsubstantiated as usual with no fucking factual evidence about anything. The bottom line is, they treated me good. So, if you're in the market for a chair and you buy one through these guys through my affiliate link, I get some credit for it. It helps me out. And obviously you get a pretty awesome gaming chair, and I'm looking forward to having this sponsorship relationship in the future. Okay? Sound good? All right. Yeah, they're definitely a lot more professional acting than the last company. Let's put it that way. They promised me something. They actually fulfilled their promises and didn't screw me over because they're a bunch of idiots who read lolcow websites, and they're such mouth-drooling morons. They think that that's actually factually true shit because they're so dumb. Anyway, all right, great. YOLO Dopper did a 25-bit cheer and says, Walmart sells everything from China. I don't see anyone complaining about them when they complain about your sponsor. No, it's true. It's true is that a lot of the products that are very popular and that a lot of people use are made in foreign countries, all right? The thing is, these chairs that are popular right now are all made by probably, the same companies, just different models or whatever. And then you have other companies that resell them on the internet, I hate to tell you, But that popular company that sells gaming chairs doesn't actually manufacture those chairs. They just buy it from another company. All right, that's how it works. But people don't seem to understand that, and then they want to cause drama, and they want to be idiots. Well, it is what it is. Make the shit up as much as you want. Lie. Do whatever you need to do. Be a moron. J-Back did a 200-bit cheer to become the cheerleader for today's stream so far. Thank you, J-Back. And he says, I bet the detractors are already berating the company on Twitter. Of course they are. The second that I announced this last night, it's the first thing they did. The first thing they did, all right, is they tried to scour the internet for information on the company, even though it's a new company, so there's no information. They tried to talk shit about the company. They tried to spam their Twitter with negative shit about me. They tried to say that the chairs are this and that and this and that. You know, all the usual slander bullshit, you know. The usual nonsense. It is what it is. They're always going to be doing that shit. I don't know what else to say. That's, you know, the nature of the beast. These assholes just want to be negative towards me and try to ruin anything positive that happens. Fuck them. I really don't give a shit.